Hey guys, and welcome back to Taylor Tech. Today we're going to be doing another Talkback since we've now transitioned into December. We're going to start with looking back at the month of November. So November was great. The channel didn't grow quite as fast as it did in October, but that's fine. I feel like I'm starting to get into a groove of slow, steady growth with people that I interact with on a more regular basis, which is awesome because I feel like that's the more sustainable thing that is going to keep the channel growing in the right direction going forward. I'm trying really hard to keep things focused and on topic, and not just like often playing games tangent land, but, also on activities to support streamers, making good content, good product reviews, good, how-to videos, things like that. It's been a little harder than I expected. It's really easy to just get in a pattern of playing a game every night, and that's my content, which is, it's not the end of the world, but it's not necessarily what I expect of myself with this channel, which may seem kind of like an odd concept. But when you go into these things, a lot of times you'll have a plan for what you want your channel to be. And I want to make sure I'm sticking to my plan as much as possible. So, the thing that really slipped that I'm frustrated with myself about is the pre-recorded videos that I was doing. I had lowered my goal to just one a week instead of doing 2 a week. And I didn't even hit that goal. And that's really disappointing. So you're going to see me redoubling those efforts to get a good number of these out a week. I'm going to start this week where I'm not going to have the time to stream because family is in town. Just after visiting family, more family is coming. It's great. But you're going to see one more pre-recorded video this week, which I've got the product for it right here. And I'm going to do it as soon as I'm done with this. So ignore the same outfit. It's because I recorded them both on the same night. That said, though, streaming has been awesome. It's so much fun. I've started to get 3 or 4 people who show up pretty regularly, which is really cool and has me really excited to continue doing it. So I want to keep doing more streaming. The problem that I've really had is maintaining a good schedule. Part of that is having kids and a wife and a job and a mortgage and all that kind of stuff to keep up with, and family, outside of that I'm, around the holidays. It makes it hard. But I'm going to really focus on, after this week when family's here, getting back on a more normal streaming schedule. The podcast thing, the collabs have been awesome. The podcasting on Saturdays has been great. I had a blast doing it every single time. So huge shout out to Icelandic Banks and Filthy Creatures TV for hopping in there with me, playing some Dirty Bomb and talking some news. It was a lot of fun. I know they both had a lot of fun, and it's something I want to do again. I would love to have either or both of them back. As I stated previously, a holiday prep didn't really go as planned. I didn't get nearly as many pre-records stacked up as I had planned. I was shooting for having 3 or 4 by the time I hit Thanksgiving, and I had 0, which is not good. So with that said, there's going to be some schedule adjustments. There's not going to be any dirty bombing with a bomber this week or next week or the week of Christmas and New Year's. So that's 4 weeks out of the next 6 that I'm going to miss. Is that 6, 7? I'm bad with calendars. So I'm a little frustrated with that. I'm going to see about maybe over the Christmas break if I can still do the podcast from my in-laws' house. That might be kind of awkward. There's not going to be much content at all, honestly, between Christmas and New Year's. Because of that, I'm actually out of town that whole time. So I'm not going to have a lot of time to stream or do anything like that. Again, we'll see. I've got the laptop. I can play a few simple games on it. And I've actually got one that may be a good candidate for that. That's kind of a lower requirements game that we'll try that out. But enough looking back. Let's look forward and focus on the future, because that's where new and exciting things are happening. The first new and exciting thing that I'm really pumped about is that I am now a moderator of the YouTube gaming subreddit on Reddit. So if you didn't know, this is a place where the YouTube gaming devs actually come and interact with the community. It has been really cool. There's like 4 or 5 of them that pop in on a regular basis. If you have problems or issues, they'll try and answer them as best as they can. And they've also started giving us change logs on a weekly basis. Now they're 1 weekend, so we'll see how they do this week. But I'm excited. I think it's going to be really cool. It's awesome to see them interacting with the community. YouTube has always been a really kind of closed environment. People don't really see what's going on behind the scenes very often in terms of development and new features and things like that. So to have the devs interacting with us is awesome. I'm really pumped. I took some advice from my man Dom over at Filthy Creatures, and I'm looking into setting up a merch shop. He turned me on to Spreadshirt, and I've gone through the process of setting up a shop and gotten some merchandise kind of planned out. Right now, by merchandise, I mean literally a t-shirt and a mug. I actually went ahead and ordered samples that are coming. I ordered them today. They should hopefully get here within the next week or so, and check them out. And then once that is good and I'm happy with it, I will put the shop up, make it live, and send out links and all that, and that'll be really cool. Also, I'm going to be updating my streaming setup in OBS. I've got a view counter that I've already added to one of my streaming layouts, and I'm sorry, a view counter, a sub counter added to one of my streaming layouts. I'm working on a new overlay and looking into doing a chat overlay similar to what you see on like Lucifer's channel. Also, generally I want to simplify it, reduce the clutter. Right now there's like big blocky color splotches that don't really add anything and just take up space. So I want to be more minimalistic about it, take up less of your screen real estate, and convey more information with what I do put out there. Finally, I haven't gotten around to rebranding the podcast. Now, I had mentioned last month that I wanted to get rid of the Dirty Bombing with a Bomber name and the branding and go to something that was more just branded after my channel. And I haven't had much luck coming up with something yet. It's harder than you would think to come up with a coherent theme to a channel where everything kind of fits and makes sense together. You know, I've kind of gone with an audio theme for stuff so far, like, you know, this show being called Talkback, because that's what, you know, the mic that the guy in the booth has, the sound tech. So I've been trying to think of a similar type name, maybe something like Feedback or Cue Sheet, but those don't really resonate with me for some reason. So I'm still working on it. You know, the actual like branding and the layout of it all will be really simple to do once it's there, because I've kind of kept my branding simple because I'm a simple guy. By the time I'm through this dry spell with the holidays, I want to have that like 100% nailed down. So look for that either late December or in January. All right, guys, that's it for Talkback this month. I'm going to wrap it up so I can get back to shooting some videos. Hope y'all are having a good one. I certainly am. It's been Taylor Tech. We'll see you on the next one.